This week on the Jock and Nerd podcast, we review The Smashing Machine, plus trailer reactions for The Bride, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, a new Avatar Fire and Ash trailer, and the final trailer for Predator Badlands. All that and more in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, October 6th, 2025.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. Why? I don't know.
Check. Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up.
We talking, we nerding. We funny, disturbing. We talking, we nerding. We spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, hello, what's up, listener? Welcome to the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
And joining us is our very own machine of smash. It's Rug Boy. Rugs, what have you smashed this week?
I smush more than I
You
smash.
smush? Come on, you didn't.
Yeah.
What a burger. You didn't smash
Yeah.
a burger or
I
nothing?
smash burgers.
You know, I smashed something this week. It was my toe into the coffee table. Ouch. Boo.
What am I smashing? What do you think I'm smashing?
I don't know. It's fun to smash things. Rug Boy smash.
Okay. Like colored printers, like in
In Office Space.
Office Space.
Anthony, when's the last time you smashed something? Comment.
Huh?
Every
Yes,
weekend, buddy.
I think Anthony's doing the most smashing out of the three of us. But
That's why they call me the machine.
they call him the smashing machine.
Yeah, actually, that's it's him way more than me.
It was his nickname in high school. Nobody else is smashing anything. But other than that, everything's great. We got some fun stuff to discuss this week. Let's get started.
The Jock and Nerd Podcast.
We are going to warm up this week with some trailer reactions because we got a couple of new trailers of movies that had some trailers. But we have a pair of dueling Frankenstein movie trailers.
Geek boner.
It's very interesting. Yeah. And I believe there's a third one coming out soon. I don't know about that one. But this
Really?
Yeah, I think there's another one.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god!
have to look that up. But the two trailers in question are The Bride, !
Right.
And Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Let's start with The Bride. This is Maggie Gyllenhaal's take, written and directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, starring Jessie Buckley as the bride and Christian Bale as Frankenstein's monster. You also have in this movie Jake Gyllenhaal, Penelope Cruz, Peter Sarsgaard, Annette Bening, a tale that seemingly seems to be set in the 30s.
Right.
Anthony, we got to look at this. What'd you make of The Bride and the ink splatter and this kind of crazy teaser here?
I had no idea this movie was being made or coming out, so I was a little caught off guard, especially since we're getting a Frankenstein movie fairly soon. And The Bride now. It looks. First off, seems like a pretty good cast. Christian Bale as Frankenstein and Jessie Buckley as the bride. I don't know what to feel about this one. It has kind of a. It's not from the time of Frankenstein like the Mary Shelley book.
Right.
It's a little more modern.
But it's still a period piece, kind of.
Yeah, it is a period piece. Maybe what, 20s, 30s?
30s.
Okay,
Nearly
30s.
the 30s. Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious about it. I wasn't like, this looks awesome. But I wasn't. But it is a different take on what of the story. So it looks like it might have some potential.
Yeah, Ruggs, did you appreciate? I found it very artsy, and the title cards going, "Here comes the motherfucking bride," and the ink blowing, and then Christian Bale with the stapley head look of Frankenstein's monster. Ruggs, you're like a Frankenstein guy, also. What's your take on this?
Well, it's not. Look, if this was the movie that we were getting and not Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, if this is all we were getting, I'd be a little bit more like sus about it. But like, I'm okay with it. We're getting Guillermo del Toro's like a masterpiece, hopefully, and this will be a nice little side dish to go along with it. Yeah, it's clearly a Bonnie and Clyde allegory.
Oh yeah, sure.
You know, they're made for each other.
Yeah,
and it's like a bunch of dueling psychopaths, like kind of almost like True Romance or something.
Yeah,
like
Natural Born Killers, little Mickey and Mallory action. I like it.
I think it's a little bit of that.
I mean, I do love that scene where they're in the alley and they get harassed, and Frank just kind of loses it, and you see Christian Bale. You could tell he's giving it his all. Just going,
Natural Born Killers. That's a good
right.
That's a good parallel.
Natural Born Killers with the Bride and Frank, but it's very stylistic, and I kind of dig it. The splatter on her face and the color palette. It's a very artsy take. It's kind of cool. I'm digging it. It got me interested.
I think based on its release, so it's in March
6th. This is coming out.
Yeah, and with the way they shot this trailer and the way it looks and the budget, so it's Warner Brothers $80 million budget. Seems like they're going for more of the, like, let's have fun with this rather than let's tell this tragic story.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think, yeah, I'm intrigued. I think Warner Brothers is clearly injecting money into a lot of different things, which is kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
So the more I dig into it, the more I'm like, hey, this might be something.
Well, I always wonder. So in the actual novel, like Frankenstein monster, he wants to be to have a partner created for him.
He wants a companion.
He's lonely. He wants Frankenstein to make him a girlfriend,
right?
Someone a companion, and he never gets that.
Yeah.
And the whole movie, he's like, listen, if you just give me this girl, someone to be with, I'll leave everybody alone. And so this is kind of like, how does that play out? But with, you know, Natural Born Killers thrown in there.
I mean, it looks like
it could be very interesting, but we'll see what happens.
It looks like he helps.
I always wondered what would happen if he would have gotten the bride.
Yeah, it looks like he helps create her and stuff. But
and every other story that they've done it, I think in Penny Dreadful, or I think it was Penny Dreadful, they had like the bride completely rejects Frankenstein, the monster, and like goes off on her own.
Yeah,
and in the Creature Commandos, the same thing happens.
Oh yeah, that Frank is fantastic in Creature Commandos. Well, look, let's move on to the second trailer, which is the Guillermo del Toro version that's coming out on Netflix on November 7th. They put out another trailer, and this one, you were talking about Frank and him wanting to create a companion and the period. This one looks like it's more accurate to the time period.
I'm hoping that it is.
And to the character. The monster is narrating this trailer, and he's all kind of white and pale, kind of like I believe in the original book. And there's like crazy shots of this thing on fire with wings. And then that line in this trailer, he goes, "If you cannot indulge me love, or if you cannot offer me love, I will indulge in rage." To your point, exactly, Ruggs. Let's start with you. I know you're already down. This is your most anticipated movie, but did this new trailer do anything more for you?
Well, you know what? I was surprised. I couldn't understand a word he was fucking saying, so I had to turn on the...
you got to have the captions on? Yeah, he's a little mumbly.
I'm like, why can't I understand what Frankenstein's saying? It looks great. This is hitting all the buttons for me, so hopefully it's not just a good trailer and the movie's kind of like a mess. I'm really hoping that he comes through on this one and makes a solid adaptation of the novel and brings the fury and the rage and all of that into this. Like it's horror, it's gore, it's sci-fi, it's everything. So I'm hoping that he can nail all that stuff. It looks really great. I mean, everything looks great so far. The reveal hasn't really happened yet. The full-on reveal of the monster. They've given you quick shots. So I'm hoping that it turns out good.
I also like where he goes, "I have memories of different men," like all the people patched together to make him. Some of the memories remain. Anthony, what do you think of this? This design, Hebrew, it looks, every time they show him, reminds me.
This is on Hebrew?
No, the design of this monster reminds me of like Prometheus, like the alien, the white alien look from Prometheus. That's what I'm getting every time I see little glimpses of what Guillermo del Toro's got cooking here. Like he's all white, he's all pale.
So one of the issues for me with turning back into Anthony Palanthony is Anthony Palanthony Romansky, whatever the fuck my name is now, is this movie was on my radar for a while because it's potentially an Oscar awards contender.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people have already seen it. It's premiered at the film festivals and stuff. So there's already reviews out, and I've heard some of the reviews. So it colors my interest in the program into the movie a little bit because I know there's people I trust that have reviewed the movie.
And what are they saying?
So this movie's been solidly reviewed. So if you look on like Metacritic right now, it's a 74, which means it's generally favorable.
Okay.
Out of 27 critic reviews. If you look on like Letterboxd, it's a 3.6 out of 5, which is like a solid movie.
Yeah.
Most of what I'm hearing is that it's Guillermo del Toro. It's well done. The monster is probably one of the best parts from what everyone's saying.
Okay.
It's a 2-hour, 30-minute movie, so a lot of people are saying it's long.
Whoa.
And it takes a while to really get going. So yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see it. I think GDT is doing Frankenstein. This is a passion project for him. But yeah, I've kind of heard the buzz around the movie already. So I'm a little bit like, let me see it, but I'm not like super pumped if it got better.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro hits everybody differently. I remember when he did that Pinocchio movie.
Yeah,
it was not liked by a lot of people.
Yeah,
but I thought it was fucking amazing. I thought that movie is phenomenal, and so yeah, sometimes critics don't like what he does, but I actually was digging what he did with that movie. So hopefully it's along the same lines. I'm just hoping that it's good because he did have a couple of bad ones, like that one with I forgot the name, the Crimson Top, whatever. Crimson, whatever. He had that one did not go over well. So that was one with the ghost. So you never know.
Yeah, I mean, he is like, he's at this point, he's it's Crimson Peak, I think is what you're referencing.
Oh, Crimson Peak. That's some.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much, for the most part, he's pretty well liked, and he has a pretty solid fan base. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I love Frankenstein.
Yeah, interesting.
Great character.
Yeah, getting a lot of Frankenstein content. All right, let's move on to James Cameron. Our boy Cameron. We got a new trailer for Avatar 3, Avatar Fire and Ash. Anthony, let's start with you this time. Anything stick out? Wow, how did this hit you? There's some interesting things in here.
Yeah, I think, they're going with the angle of this, like, casted out group of Na'vi that live in the volcanoes and don't believe in the same religion and potentially partner up with the humans to try to take them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing something. They're taking that angle now. Look, this movie's going to probably, like I think I said this before, but this movie's probably going to be a movie where I watch the movie and I go, that's very long.
Yes.
But I will appreciate everything that I've seen on screen. He's already made the movie and he's not going to listen to this podcast, but my only challenge with him is I would like to see him do something with the story, and maybe that's what he's doing with this part.
Yeah.
That is like not formulaic.
Yes, you could be not predictable would be fantastic, and
everything about Avatar, in terms of the craft, is like the best it could be.
Yeah,
in terms of like working with CGI and creating this new world. But then the actual stories are just rehashes of stories we've seen millions of times.
Mm-hmm. They're just
so they're great experiences when you're watching them, but then you don't really remember anything because you're like, oh, that's just Dances with Wolves or the other types of movies. So
I mean, the other thing that's interesting in this is that whole figured out a way to have humans not wear masks while on this planet, and then the human is fucking connecting his braid with the animal too.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
That's kind of crazy. Rugs.
Yeah, that threw me for a loop. I didn't know he could do that.
Yeah, that's different. But what do you think of, where basically it looks like Quaritch is going to team up with the fire people, take down the Sully family. But can this still surprise in the story, despite it looking, it's going to look great.
I feel like you can't ever count out James Cameron for surprising you and entertaining you.
Yeah.
But as I said, I am very weary of this franchise. And I feel like it's stale already, and it really needs like some other variables. I've been talking about this a lot, And like you even reuse the same bad guy, and you just resurrect him as a Na'vi, and it's just kind of like it's kind of lame. And now they have this bad girl who's Una Chaplin.
Yeah,
oh, she's a bad girl.
Yeah, she's a bad girl.
She was the bride for the red wedding.
Oh,
right?
Oh, from Game of Thrones Red Wedding.
Yeah, Una Chaplin. Yeah, she was married to the Stark guy, whatever his name.
Yeah,
getting married at the red wedding. So she's now the bad girl. She's like the other antagonist. So at least that's different, I guess. I don't know.
So they re-released Way of Water this past weekend. Only made $3.2 million domestically. And its lifetime domestic total is now $687 million. It was kind of a wide release, but I don't know if that is any indication that this thing will or will not make the fat money that we know these movies make. Like maybe it don't make $2 billion.
What do you think James Cameron does? Is this thing only makes like $300 million,
or $800 million, or it doesn't even crack $1 billion? Then what happens?
What if it makes like 300, 400?
What?
Well, then it'll be one of the most like it'll be one of the biggest flops ever in terms of because of the budget.
Yeah, and I would expect about a 3-hour movie here easily.
Like, does he have any idea that like even us are like his biggest fans are sick of this shit already, or what?
I don't know. Well,
the problem is the last movie made $2.3 billion. Yeah. So the movie made a lot.
Yeah,
I know we're sick of it, but it sounds like people just go and they flock to this shit.
And I mean,
it's entertaining. I mean, it isn't when you watch it, it is fun.
And I mean, the premium formats, you may make a lot of money for this movie because everyone knows you got to go see it 3D, IMAX, whatever. So inflated ticket prices, will it make $2 billion? Will it make under $2 billion? Will it crack $1 billion? It'll be interesting to see if this can sustain.
I mean, there's also the both Avatars were nominated for Best Picture.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. So this is big budget and the Oscar play here.
Yeah. So it's both
for them.
So it gets the love of the they get the love of the critics. It makes the money, and then even the industry likes it.
I mean, in this trailer, some of these action scenes of them flying and fighting the airship, this fucking looks fucking dope. Like the kids hanging onto the fin of this whale monster and firing a machine gun as it pops out. That's fantastic. Like, I'm down to see all that shit.
Yeah.
Hopefully the story is just as fun. So yeah, we will see. December.
We're all going to be sitting here after we watch it and going, "That was fucking great."
It was fucking great. And then the next day, you're just going to forget the whole movie. That one's December 19th. But the final trailer we got to discuss just came out today. Before that, Predator Badlands coming out November 7th, very soon, and they have put out a final trailer showing lots of things.
Too much stuff.
Maybe too much.
We didn't need this trailer. We did.
So, Ruggs, let's start with you. Tell me what you saw. There's a lot of creatures in here. You see a second Elle Fanning. You see a group of white dudes. You can't go anywhere in the universe without
probably
the white dudes coming.
Weyland-Yutani synths.
They're all the same person.
But they're all white men, so they're all
white men. But
get the message loud and clear. Okay,
even
thank you.
In the outer reaches of the galaxy, white men will get there.
Sure,
don't worry. But they're all the same person, so they're all the same synth. And you see a lot of the creatures. What do you think of this trailer, and what was too much?
Oh yeah, I didn't want to see like he was basically cutting the thing in half.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, he slides underneath, and
we don't need to see that. Yeah. I want to know, is he even going to be able to land the fucking blow on it? Now that you kind of ruined it.
These creatures look crazy, and I rather enjoyed the action in this trailer. Anthony, we don't need another trailer. We're all sold. But what'd you think of what they showed? Because you got them talking.
We're sold.
And I feel like they showed a little bit of the shit from the beginning of the movie that you saw.
They did show stuff that I've already seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't need the other trailer. I was already sold, but I'm more sold.
Yeah.
I think it looks great. I think it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I do think what they showed with him cutting the alien over across the stomach.
Yeah.
they immediately cut to that alien like glancing back and like being like, "What the fuck?" Like,
yeah, like it didn't even it didn't even affect him right down the belly. I was like, "Oh shit!"
One thing I did catch was looks like there's maybe some extra scenes with Weyland Yutani. Like there's one I didn't like screenshot it, so maybe it's not what I think I saw.
Yeah,
but there's that creature that he's trying to kill, and it tackles like a giant loader.
Oh yeah. At the end, that's definitely a loader, and the thing is fighting it. That's
so what
alien.
I think is happening. My theory here is Weyland Yutani gets onto this planet to capture the Predator and all these other aliens for their own studying, and now instead of having to kill this giant alien, he teams up with it to take on Weyland Yutani.
Oh snap! That would be cool. I think even the face makeup or prosthetic or CGI, I think it looks better. Like he's emoting. You get the emotions in the beginning.
I do like the scene where right when it starts, where he's like, you could see him slowly getting frustrated.
Yes, he crash lands and he's just like, "Brr," you can see it in his face. He's not happy. And he's pounding the ground, right? So I'm like, the face looks pretty good. I'm not, I didn't think that CG or whatever is bad.
To be something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, him like flying through the trees with her on his back, like swinging. That looked kind of fun, and the action looks fun. And how much will they now tie in to alien things and Killer of Killers? Like that dude that he's fighting. Is that his father? It looks like his father.
His father in the beginning is the one that kind of sets this whole off.
So then the other dude with the white braids kind of looks like the Predator from the end of Killer and Killers that was holding that battle royale, and similar to like the Alien movie where they're collecting alien species. I wonder if there'll be hints to that, but yeah, no, this looks dope. This got me even more geek boner to see all these and just the Predator as a protagonist, as our hero, as our lead is very fascinating. It's very different.
It's a twist, all right.
Yeah,
but all four of these trailers are all pretty cool.
They are fun. So we have a lot of fun things coming up in the very near future. All right, listener, let us know what you think. You can join this conversation. Join our Facebook group. It's called Jock and Nerd Nation. Jock and Nerd. It is a closed, exclusive group just for you. We got spoiler threads, people posting geeky stuff. You can interact, make some new friends. Lots of fun stuff. Go there today. Okay, gang, let's talk about Peacemaker. We are at season 2, episode 7. It's the Peen. The Peen Ultimate.
The Peen.
Shit. This one titled like
the Peen is upon us.
Here comes the Peen. Like a Keith in the night. Here's your spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Anthony, Peen episode. What happens? Give us a little synopsis here.
Synopsis. Yeah. In this episode, we're picking up where we left off, where Adebayo is being chased because she's black in Nazi USA. Chris's scheme has been found out, and Harcourt has also been found out. Everyone's been found out.
Yep.
And Keith and the dad are after Chris. And everyone's after everybody, after all these people. The whole crux here is Chris's dad and Keith are looking to round up everybody from the other universe to figure out what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
And Chris's dad wants to just let him go.
Yeah.
Let him go back.
Yeah.
Whereas Keith is like, what the fuck? He killed our son.
Yeah.
We need to kill them. But Chris's dad is like, nah, I believe it was an accident. And he's not the guy that was the same Chris's dad. What's that guy's name?
Augie.
Augie. He's not the same Augie that was a piece of shit in the other universe. I mean, he's kind of a piece of shit because he's in Nazi land.
Yeah.
But he's not like the same guy. So that's the whole episode. But all that nice stuff gets taken away because Chris's sidekick, what's his fucking name?
Which
Vigilante.
one? Vigilante.
Yeah, comes in and ruins everything, kills Chris's dad, Augie. Keith gets all pissed off and is left for dead. Harcourt tries to kill him, but is sucked back into the new universe, or the older universe.
Yeah.
And Keith is getting medical attention, but he's probably going to get some revenge on them. And they end up back in our regular universe, and Chris has been arrested. He doesn't throw his friends under the bus. No. He just gives up the dimension thing,
the portal, and surrenders,
and then just goes to jail
because he's quite a broken man after Watching
that's he's broken down by the fact that he's seen now his own family die again in front of him.
There was some heavy acting by the John Cena in this one. I gotta get.
He has some terrible luck. This guy,
fuck it, he does. It's really tragic. The reveals were crazy.
It wasn't what I expected. Yeah, I didn't see it going the way they did, but I was like, oh man, that kind of makes sense.
We talked about how he thought he was going to have to kill his dad and his brother again. Now he watches his dad die again. He thinks his brother is dead, but through no fault of his own, really. Well, yes, but not by directly. Real short episode, lots of crazy reveals. So I don't know where to start. Look, Augie in this universe, I guess, is not a Nazi. I kind of believe he's not a Nazi with what he was saying at the very end, right before he gets killed, going, I didn't create this. I don't agree with it. Maybe your universe is perfect, but I'll fight the monsters that are in front of me. And I was like, holy shit. So in our universe, because the Nazis lost, makes that Augie fucking racist. In this one, because they won, he comes out opposite and doesn't agree with it. Another great moment.
I guess we'll never know because she's dead.
That is also that whole sequence was crazy. The other moment I love was in the beginning where Adrian's telling the other Adrian, like, oh, in our universe, the Nazis lost World War II. And then he's like, you must live in a utopia. And Adrian's like, and then it just cuts him off there. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. The opening is really funny when Amelia's like, how did you not notice the copies of Mein Kampf or the big fucking mural of Hitler on the wall? And he's like, how the fuck did I miss that? That shit was funny. The fucking mural.
Doesn't he say something along the lines of, I didn't get this buff reading books?
Yeah, he goes, look at these muscles. You think I read? I didn't get this buff reading books. And she goes, but what about you missed the giant fucking mural of Hitler? And it's so funny. It's so big. And he's like, what? How did I miss that?
I love that scene where they get cornered and she holds on to him and he jetpacks her right through the glass and they just stumble up and she's like, that was glass.
You went through the glass.
What the fuck, Chris? That was glass.
It's like, I don't know how to use this thing. I haven't adjusted for two people. So
you haven't adjusted for the weight of two people.
Yeah. And then they share that really nice moment when they're being followed by the cops and they're just kind of in their own little moment. She rests her head on his back. And I was like, oh, this is a nice moment. Because he tells the other Amelia, like, we're going to have to break up for what I'm about to do. And then just fucking fights his way out of Argus. Adebayo, I thought that part would get a little more crazy. She gets saved pretty easily because she decides to.
Yeah, she went to the same school that young Princess Leia did when she was running away from those guys.
Yes, running away from Flea through the legs. They can't catch her.
Well, yeah, I love the thought. This is the one part of the show where I went, okay, very ridiculous because she's getting chased.
Yes,
right.
Yes,
and she ends up in the backyard of a pool.
Yes. So
to get away from these people, instead of just running,
she could run around the pool.
She jumps into the water.
Jumps into the pool.
And people jump into the water after her.
Well, yes.
Well, you could just run around the side and surround her. You'd have her.
Yeah, both decisions make no sense. And I mean, she has to scale a fence, first of all, to get into this pool. And
I mean, I'm sorry. No one believes she can scale that fence that quickly without people catching.
And I mean, yes, I was like, you could have just walked around the pool. Why are you going in the pool? You know why?
Hey, man, she's an agent.
The reason why is so that she can pop out and Judo Master can dump 2 electrical wires in the pool and electrocute everybody.
And then say later on that's not the first time he's killed that. That's the record for the amount of people he's killed with electricity and water.
He's like, that's the most people I've ever electrocuted with electrical wire. She's like, oh yeah, what was the last record? He goes 4. I love that they hung out and bonded and they played Scrabble and kind of they're both like in the same situation there and he kind of forgave her for tasing him. So that was nice. Even though at the end, he does rejoin Rick Flag's team.
I know, what a dick.
He joins, but he verifies the lie that Chris is telling.
That's true.
He's kind of come to that.
He's still cool.
Yeah, he's still cool. He's helping him out. Yeah.
So do you think at this point, if you were Chris and you were like already a homicidal maniac, wouldn't this drive you over the edge? Like, wouldn't this make you revert to your crazy behavior, like your murderous behavior?
It could. I mean, I think part of the reason why he's like, get me away from these people is maybe because of that. I mean, he literally says, I'm like the angel of death.
Yeah.
Like I can't be around anybody. Everyone that I love dies if they hang around me.
Yeah, that whole section was great where he's like, he just saw his dad die and then they're fucking up Keith and he just goes.
Not only his dad died, but his vigilante is the one that kills him.
Yes. They see him and he's just saying like, this is a reasonable Augie Smith. He was going to let them go. He believed him when he said it was an accident. Like, this was all weird. And he even mentions earlier to Keith, he goes, I went in, I saw my doppelganger once, and he was very different. He was very dark and angry. And you're like, huh, that's weird. So I think this Augie was not a bad guy. And poor Chris doesn't get a chance to find out more. And then when he screams, stop, and he's just like, what the fuck is wrong with us? And
everyone's tearing apart his brother.
Yeah, and Eagly's attacking him, and he's crying, and he goes, it's not their universe, it's me. It's everyone around him. Like,
I immediately thought when he cried, because I looked and he didn't put his hands into his hands into his face.
Yeah.
I went, oh man, he can cry on command, unlike The Rock.
I mean, we have two wrestlers / third actors crying in two things, so it's a good comparison.
Well, The Rock, and we'll talk about the movie later.
He covered up his whole face.
Covered his face.
Yes, it was almost laughable a little bit, but I bought it to an extent. But yes, crazy ending, and I thought John Cena did a great job there. We also get a cameo from Sidney Happerson, Lex Luthor's dudes, who helps him find the portal. That was kind of that was kind of fun.
Did you watch the thing where he's going to jerk off?
Yeah, the extra clip. He's like, I'm about to unleash on the Pornhub. You better cover your eyes. I'm going to blind you with what comes out.
God.
You know what I like about this show so far is I didn't expect the breakdown by Chris Smith, John Cena's character.
Yeah.
And I don't really know where this is going.
Yeah, me neither.
In a way where it's not like, they haven't built anything.
Yes.
Well, we know that the brother's going to come back.
Well, do we though?
And
he might come back and I don't think he might be a season 3.
Right. They may use him somewhere else. Do we even go back to Earth X next episode? Because the preview showed them opening different doors and crazy shit. Like, we may not even go back to that Earth at all.
Yeah.
Does Chris offer up Rick Flag Jr. to Rick Flag Sr. as some kind of bargain? But they're showing you these crazy dimensions that they're opening and they get the portal to where I'm with you, Anthony. It's a good thing. Like, it wasn't predictable. The things that we thought were going to happen kind of happened, but not how we thought were going to happen.
And there hasn't been like a villain per se.
Right.
You know, like we haven't. I mean, that Earth was kind of villainy.
The whole dimension was.
But like Rick Flag, I guess, is sort of the villain. You're rooting against him, but Rick Flag's not really a villain. He's just doing this because he has a personal vendetta against the guy that killed his son, which is entirely reasonable.
Yeah,
and now
there's no real bad guys except for just bad things that happen.
Right.
Yeah, so who is... I have, no idea where this is going. And it was a very short episode, but James Gunn has said next week's finale will be 57 minutes. So it will be a nice chunk. And he said it's going to be crazy, and you won't be able to... And I feel like we're going to get stuff we're not expecting. This is his last chance to go nuts here.
Well, I like that it's much larger than his peen.
Yes, the finale is larger than the peen all the way around. Yes. But another just fun,
got more girth.
Fun, yes, it's girthier. It's got nice weight. But another fun, crazy episode. What did I say? What happened?
He likes to weigh it.
Yeah, weigh it.
Yeah, you're a big weigher. Are you a big weigher of the peens?
Thunk. Yeah. That's about 7 ounces. What?
He gets that weed scale out.
Yeah.
And just goes to town.
I got to use that thing for something aside from cannabis. That's 8 ounce. That's an 8.
Peens can you fit on that weight?
That peen is like an ounce of weed. Yeah, you can fit a bunch of peens.
The big wieners or the little weenies?
You got to line them up. It's all on how you stack it. Oh, and Amelia about to fucking take the shot. When she was doing that, I was like, you know what? That's probably a good idea.
Smart,
yeah, you're like, you don't want him coming
she's
after
protecting Chris.
Yeah.
You can see that she's got an alliance with him.
Yeah, they're all
has feelings.
They're back together.
I enjoyed she gets sucked in, and then you just see Vigilante doing like a roundhouse kick to close the door.
Oh yeah, after he throws her in,
Yeah, he throws
And
him.
a lot of those cops, and that guy, the one cop was also from Superman, but that was the alternate version.
Yeah, I was really thrown off too because you have the cops chasing them, and then Augie and Keith show up and just murder everybody. I'm like, wait, what's happening here?
Yes, and then they come to Augie's house, and Augie lies, doesn't serve up Keith, and he tells them the cops are like the worst things here. So
Right.
I was like, ooh, what's up with the cops? Like maybe they are not good. But yeah, I did love Eagly like not doing anything to help John Economos, where he's like, go beat them up, and he just brings him a string. He's like, I didn't want a string. You are fucking useless. And then they're just.
I almost felt like the Economos thing. I did chuckle, but I was almost like, dude, how is he this dumb?
Yeah,
because they showed up and he goes, oh, what's up, guys?
I mean, I don't know you.
Oh wait, I don't know you at all. Like, I get they're going for laughs, but I was like, how does this guy have a job at Argus?
He should not.
He was just tied up and dragged around the whole episode. He just spills the beans instantly. He's not very good at his job.
It's all done for jokes, people.
Yeah.
That's when it's a comedy, like Rugg says.
You can get away with it.
Do whatever you want.
You do whatever you like.
Maybe John.
All the rules get it thrown right out the window.
Maybe Cena gets an Emmy nomination with his crying here. I don't know. Let's see. It's good crying.
Wow.
Good crying. I bought it. I was like, God damn, the torment. The
It
shit
still throws me off, though. Sorry, everyone. It still throws me off whenever they do the like Superman tie-ins, and like they went to the command center. I'm like, this is so far away from tonally from what Superman
was. But it's part of that whole movie. It's part of that universe. He even mentions like the portal is more stable than their pocket dimensions that they were making. So this is an important. And he finds it right away. It's just like, bing, there it is.
Well, he killed the alien for it. It's alien technology. It's better than anything we can make.
That is true. It was alien technology. Are those aliens ever going to come looking for their fucking dude? I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The way he's got this set up, literally anything can happen. And he could just write it to make it work. So hopefully he takes advantage of this.
Well, what is it? Did they have to get him out of jail? Was that? I mean, that's the whole thing, right?
I guess, but it looks like he gets out in the preview at some point.
Is there any shot that we're going to see any of the creature commandos in this?
That's possible,
Oh,
and I believe we're still waiting on a big cameo, and it wasn't Nick Holt. I think there's another big cameo. Maybe it's
who could it be?
Corn Sweat or Jason Momoa as Lobo or Supergirl. I don't know. It's good. This is setting up Man of Tomorrow.
Oh.
Man of Tomorrow? This is setting up Man of Tomorrow?
A little bit.
Is that the next thing?
The next thing will be Lanterns, and then
I thought Supergirl was the next.
Then Clayface and Supergirl, and then Man of Tomorrow.
Well, maybe we get what's the guy?
Guy Gardner. Yeah.
No, not Guy Gardner.
John Stewart?
Maybe John Stewart or
Kyle
Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan shows up.
Jordan,
possibly if they want to. But Lanterns is going to be a completely different tone. So that's going to be interesting. And here's the thing. Look, I like all this. The James Gunn has given us Creature Commandos, Superman, and Peacemaker. We've gotten 3 new things from the DCEU. It's all James Gunn stuff. It's great. But after this is over, I'm ready for someone else to show me something in this DCU.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Who's not James Gunn. Because it's great. But it's been a lot. And it's been the same kind of repetitive tone. 3 projects. Yeah. So that's why I like Lanterns. I'm looking forward to. Is it going to be serious?
Well, I get the tone thing, and I agree with that. Like, it's been a little bit repetitive to just have his fingerprints over everything.
Yes.
But I'd like to see, as a producer, what he can do. Can he have other people underneath him play in the sandbox and let them do their thing?
Do you have the talent for pairing directors with projects that fit and you trust them to go?
Because one of the main criticisms of Marvel is that Kevin Feige, while he has all this continuity, like the directors don't really have their own voice when they're doing an MCU movie.
Yeah, Marvel House style. It's all Marvel House style. It's just slightly
will James Gunn sacrifice that to keep continuity within the universe, or can he balance both?
Yeah, then we're only going to see this once we see something that he didn't do.
That he didn't fucking write or direct.
Yes, that he did. That he just produced and show us.
We'll see
something else.
Well, you know one thing's for sure.
Yeah,
either his fucking wife or his brother is going to show up in something.
Or Michael. Michael Rooker is going to be in every fucking project.
His dog.
His dog is going to be
his turtle. Like every fucking thing that he's in his peripheral vision.
His mom, his housekeeper, just whoever's there. His gardener.
This is my chauffeur. He's now in this.
This guy was my gardener. I gave him third lead. It's fine.
Yeah.
Great. But yeah, so I mean, and the podcast he makes after the show is kind of fun because he
listened to it.
Yeah,
How long is it?
It's about an hour, and he's got different people on, and he reveals fun things. Like in this one, he revealed that there was a joke about everyone having Hitler mustaches. They didn't do that. In the last episode, he had a joke where Vigilante, when he's in his house and he sees his mom and dad, it was going to be, he saw his mom like making out with John Economos, and Vigilante was going to be like, my mom's fucking Economos in this universe. But they didn't do that either. So there's some fun things in those podcasts that he reveals, but it just sounds like they had a fucking fun time making all this shit. But I can't wait to see what happens in this crazy finale.
Who cares if it's canon?
It doesn't matter.
Just do what we want.
Look, he put fucking Spider-Man meme in there. Nobody cares. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But the fact that Augie Smith in there was not a Nazi was fucking crazy. I don't think.
Right.
I think he wasn't a Nazi, which would make sense. But all right, well.
So you enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed the episode. I wish the peen was a little bit longer.
It's a small peen.
Yeah, it could have been a little bit more length.
But the final will be twice as long.
Yes, like next week's episode will be very long.
Yeah, he better bring it. All right, let's take a break here, fellas. We're going to play some promos and come back and talk about The Rock smashing things. Smashing Machine right after this.
Smashing.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Throwback Thursday from the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast, along with my co-host Bill. Every Thursday, we bring you classic hip-hop.
Classic. Straight classic.
You know, all the good stuff, the stuff that you forgot about, the golden age, pre-golden age, back to the original era.
For all the pioneers, I'm going way back, way back, way back.
Each week, we bring you hip-hop headlines, so we let you know what's going on with your favorite artists from back in the day. We bring you Wu News. We dedicate an entire segment just to the Wu-Tang Clan every week.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
We bring you 2 records. One is a one and done. One is a record of the week. We give you an artist of the month. We give you all the classics.
Classic. Straight classic.
Come and check us out. Every week we're on iTunes, Stitcher, and at MrThrowbackThursday.com. And if you remember nothing else, always remember, new school stale, old school fresh.
Doc and Nerd.
Listener, if you enjoy this show, if you press play every week as soon as the episode comes out, this is a great time to join our Patreon fan club. Visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Jock and Nerd. I got a link right there in the episode description. Makes it handy. Just click it, and then you can give back on a monthly or annual basis. And for as little as $3 a month, you get access to bonus things like a exclusive podcast feed where the shows come out early. There's instant reactions, bonus movie reviews. You can join us for our monthly Discord hangouts. It's a little virtual meetup. This October's will be October 16th. And there's a tier where you can pick a movie for us to watch. You can get a t-shirt. Lots of fun stuff. Just head on over jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Check it out. Sign up today. All right, fellas, let's get to this week's movie review. We will be reviewing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in The Smashing Machine. Here's your spoilers.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
It's a sports movie. It's a jock movie. We're actually doing a sports movie. So, I mean, it's
thank God.
Sort of. Yeah, well, it's a sports movie. So,
yeah,
this is a definite change of pace, though, from last week's movie. This one, written, directed, co-produced, and edited by one Benny Safdie, one half of the Safdie brothers, who you may know from Uncut Gems. And Benny was actually in Happy Gilmore 2 in the movie and some other movies. But it is based on a documentary from 2002, also called The Smashing Machine, The Life and Times of Extreme Fighter Mark Kerr. On Rotten Tomatoes right now, this thing is holding a 73% tomato meter, 78% popcorn meter. On Metacritic, I looked, it has got a 64. What is that on Letterboxd there, Anthony? Do you know?
That's a good question. Let me look it up real quick. Let's see. It is a 3.4. It's okay.
Okay, 3.4. This movie was made for $50 million. I bet The Rock got a nice chunk of that. And how does it perform opening weekend? Well, let's take a look at this weekend's box office. It's kind of crazy. Opening at number 1 is a movie that was announced just 2 weeks ago with one Instagram post from one Taylor Swift. It is the official release party of a showgirl. It's not even like a movie. It's not a concert film.
It's like basically just a long promo for her album.
It's like a 90-minute commercial with videos and behind-the-scenes thing. It opens to $33 million domestically. A $46 million global debut for it.
It was like a long music video?
I think it's a bunch of music videos and some behind-the-scenes things. Apparently A+ cinema score. And when I went to see this Smashing Machine, I saw Swifties coming out of the theater all sparkly, wearing sparkles. So this really throws everything off. It's kind of crazy, but this fucking thing, it's not a movie, announced 2 weeks ago, 0 marketing costs, $33 million. Number 2, One Battle After Another, suffers only a 49% drop. Makes another 11 million, making its domestic total 42 million. It does crack 100 million global. It's at 101.7 million global on that $130 million budget. And then number 3 is the Smashing Machine with a smashing, did not smash the box office. It opened with a $6 million.
Whoa.
Not 16, not 60. 6.
Do we want to have this discussion now, or should we?
I think it's part of. I think we should do it at the end. It's part of the larger thing of this movie.
I'll just include that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He hasn't made a movie that hasn't made at least $100 million worldwide in like 10 years, 15 years. His track record is big money box office.
This is the lowest opening of his career, and by a long shot. I blame Taylor Swift. It's her fault, maybe. I don't know.
Hey, man.
Big crossover audience between the Swifties and UFC.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It shouldn't have hurt. Well, there's a lot of reasons we can get into it, but this big flopola. Another more Oscar play than a box office play, but at $50 million,
that's the other thing. We can touch on it again a little bit, but A24 has been investing more money into movies, and $50 million is a higher amount.
They don't usually
invest.
They don't usually make $50 million movies, but they figured The Rock box office. We'll get into
Rock
it.
UFC.
This cast is, of course, Dwayne Johnson, listed as Dwayne Johnson. He's leaving The Rock out of the credits, on purpose. Playing fighter Mark Kerr, Emily Blunt as his girlfriend, Dawn Staples. You have Ryan Bader, who plays his friend, trainer, fellow fighter, Mark Coleman. And I believe you have a lot of actual fighters in here. Mike, does that right, Anthony?
Yes. And there's a lot of fighters in the movie.
Ryan Bader's a fighter.
Ryan Bader's a fighter. Bass Rutten's a fighter. A lot of the guys he fights throughout the movie are fighters. Alexander Usyk, who plays Igor Vovchanchin, is the heavyweight champion of the world in boxing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of fighters.
And I know the Safdies, or I don't know, they like to employ like non-actors a lot in their kind of stuff, make it seem a little real. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Anyways, Anthony, this movie is R-rated, 2 hours and 3 minutes. Give us the plot, and also you probably have the most history with the subject of this movie. I will tell you right now, I didn't know shit about this guy. Ruggs?
Yeah.
What about you?
Go ahead.
Very, very little.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark Kerr was nicknamed the Smashing Machine. He was a MMA fighter from like the late 90s to mid 2000s, but he was considered one of the most scary fighters in all of MMA from like the time the movie's trying to portray. So this movie is about Mark Kerr's life as an MMA fighter, his relationship with Mark Coleman, played by Ryan Bader, his relationship with his his girlfriend, from 1997 to 2000 is what the movie, I believe, is trying to portray.
Yes.
And this movie's based on a documentary in 2002 called The Smashing Machine. about Mark Kerr and like that period of a time in his life and how he was addicted to painkillers and all that. So it's more of like a slice of life where you're getting different moments throughout his life rather than like a continuous narrative.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm very familiar with Mark Kerr and his rise and fall in MMA.
Okay.
The only thing that I know about Mark Kerr is that Don Fry from Final Wars.
Oh yeah,
doesn't like him.
Oh really? You knew him?
Yeah, I just heard Don Fry shit talk him all the time.
Oh, that's funny.
So
Don Fry is funny.
And if you're making a movie about a early UFC fighter, why not Don Fry? Because that guy was fucking everybody up.
That guy's crazy. All right, since you know the most, we're gonna go backwards. Ruggs, let me know opening thoughts. What'd you think of the movie once it finished?
Okay, well, let me just preface this with I went to the theater. It was Sunday, midday, and it was literally in the smallest theater in the entire Cinemaplex.
Yeah.
So it was like a tiny theater, and there was nobody in there except for like me and like 3 other people. So yeah, the box office speaks for itself. I was gonna go watch a movie about a UFC guy, and that's what I saw. I wasn't really upset at the movie in any way, but I didn't think it was like the best ones of these movies that I've seen. It was good, but they could have. I think it didn't step on the gas enough. It didn't really dramatize it enough to like bring it to the heights that it needed to be. It was kind of a very even keel movie.
Yeah.
So I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I thought The Rock did a good job. I thought the story was interesting. Okay. So like I pointed out Don Fry before, and you're like, well, why did he make the movie about this guy? And because this guy's a different kind of guy. He's like a very soft-spoken, gentle giant.
Yeah.
And he's not overly like, even though he's got fits of rage here and there, he's not like this arrogant asshole.
Right.
Like super macho guy. Yeah. He's just this guy. He's like soft-spoken. He just wants to win. Yeah. And so it's just a different dynamic than I expected. It wasn't this hyper like, it wasn't a hyper masculine movie, even though The Rock is this big, powerful guy in the movie. It was just strange. It was a subversion of expectation.
Yeah.
And instead of watching him win, you watch him lose.
Here's my opening impression. Again, same thing.
Did you just take a hit?
Maybe.
Yes, he definitely did.
Maybe. Can you smell it? Can you smell what the
Just the way you breathed in before you said something.
Smoking.
Yeah.
Also had a little quiet theater, and this thing was showing at weird times. They didn't put it in a lot of theaters. Again, I blame Taylor Swift because she took over all the screens.
Right.
But the whole point was for me going in, can The Rock pull this off? Can he disappear into a role? Can he be dramatic? And I'm going to tell you, I was kind of impressed by this performance. He's wearing prosthetics. It is, like you said, it's a very soft-spoken, intimate story, and you're just hanging out with him. And I got the sense that this guy, we respected his fighters and he cared about the sport. But when he got in the ring, he'd fuck you up. And the fucking Rock is massive in this movie. I just kept staring at his fucking shoulder. I was like, that is huge. He's so big.
Yeah, his traps were ridiculous.
His traps and his shoulder. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I liked the drama. I enjoyed the movie. I was invested. I liked hanging out with them, learning about his home life and the pride and the rules change and going through the fights and the whole journey, right? I thought it was impressive. I was like, oh, this is very documentary-like, right? And then I get home. And then I look it up and I'm like, oh, it's based on this documentary called Smash. Let me check this out. This documentary is not available anywhere. I was like, okay, that's weird. I found it on Daily Motion, low res in parts. And I watched like the first half hour of this thing. And I realized that Benny Safdie just reshot this whole documentary. Almost shot for shot. It's the same sequence of events in the beginning. It's the same thing. And I don't know how I feel about this. He redid the documentary as like a fiction biopic and I'm not sure how to feel. Even the dialogue, all those scenes is straight from the documentary. It's not like he watched the documentary and was like, here's my take on this story. Let me add some. No, he's just redid the documentary. So the story was interesting, but I was like, that's weird because usually in a biopic, you find out about when they're kids, I kind of would have liked to learn why he started fighting. Where's his family at? A little bit more.
Well, I said this on my review.
Yeah.
Is that after I watched the film, I went and I watched some YouTube videos to get more context. And I watched like one YouTube video that was maybe like 15 minutes long. I learned more about this guy than watching this movie.
Huh.
I learned so much more. Like it was, I mean, yes, we were there with him and we experienced certain things we knew, but we didn't get the whole story, and they didn't really like. There's 3 different things you could talk about in this. You could talk about addiction,
right?
You can talk about the absolute narcissism of both people in the relationship.
Yeah,
how he just cared about his career pretty much.
Yeah.
He was laser focused on that, and how she just wanted fucking someone to party with.
Mm-hmm.
But they never really got into any of those things really well. They just kind of like glossed over them, and it didn't do any of those things as good as they could have. So it was kind of weird. And I didn't see this documentary, but I feel like if he's just like AI slopping a documentary,
he's just remade the doc for the most part. And I'm going to try to watch the rest of it and see. I mean, there's more stuff in the documentary that I learned, but I just thought it was a very interesting choice to reshoot this thing almost scene for scene. And like you said, the journey of this guy, there's no tragic ending. He's still around. You see him at the end, and then they show real photos. He does look just like him, like he did back in the day in the movie. So The Rock impressed. The rest of the movie being a documentary is kind of weird. Anthony, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, you guys said some things that I definitely want to touch on in my thoughts. I mean, this was one of my 5 anticipated movies of the fall when we did that show.
Yep.
I was gonna enjoy watching this movie, so and I did. Like I'm a huge UFC MMA fan. I'm a fan of The Rock. I'm a fan of all this type of stuff. So like all that stuff. Watching this documentary, or not documentary, excuse me, this movie, I enjoyed. I knew I was going to enjoy it, and I had a good time watching it. That said, I haven't seen the documentary, but I'm very aware of it. And I know that one of the issues that people had, and you guys are bringing it up, or Ron, you're bringing it up, is like, what's the point of the movie?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the things he shot it very similar to the documentary in terms of the scenes. A lot, it's filmed like it's a documentary, so it's not really like especially cinematic.
Yeah.
So like and like Ruggs said, I think this movie like has opportunities to focus on, the addiction or his relationship with his girlfriend, or even like the relationship with Mark Coleman, who like inspires him to like fight, but then all of a sudden they're in the same tournament and they could fight each other. That thing, like that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen.
But instead of focusing on any of that stuff, it glosses over a lot of that stuff. It shows you interesting things, but it doesn't really have what it's building towards or crescendoing towards. It's more like kind of a documentary.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
just hanging out with him.
So, I mean, I hadn't seen the documentary, so I did enjoy watching this. Yeah. But I also can understand the viewpoint of, like, if you've seen the documentary or if you're expecting more of a cinematic experience, this isn't really that. I think The Rock is really this is the movie where he's not being The Rock, he's being Dwayne Johnson.
Yes.
Where, this is a vehicle for Dwayne Johnson to be serious about acting rather than just playing himself in every other movie. And I think he does a really good job with it. I think one of the interesting things of why they probably made this movie, or even when they made the documentary, is you've got this just hulking man, and he's literally like talks very softly, and he's like very, not exactly what you would expect. His nickname, the Smashing Machine, you wouldn't expect this from this guy. And even like The Rock is like physically, like there's a lot of like, you're casting The Rock in this role, and he's playing against type. Like that's part of the intrigue of the movie. for what it's worth, Benny Safdie told The Rock before the movie that you're going to actually have to get bigger for this role.
Yeah, I can't believe they made him bulk up. He's giant. But is it a stretch for him to play this role? It kind of is. It kind of isn't.
I feel like it's in his wheelhouse. It's like not like the character he's playing is a fighter. He knows about that.
Right, but
he knows about how to operate in the ring. So he's bringing all that stuff to it.
Yeah, I mean, half the job is bringing that physicality to it, and he's obviously a giant man. I mean, I enjoyed like the scenes where he's talking about his tummy, and like scenes where he's like arguing with Emily Blunt, playing Dawn, about like her selfishness. Like, I felt like the scene with the cactus was like, very entertaining.
Yeah,
like the arguments they're having, and all that stuff. But yeah, like Emily Blunt's character's kind of one note.
Yeah, a little bit.
They don't really like focus too much on her. So all that to say is like, I think there's a lot of interesting things happening in the movie. But I can understand why, like, by the end of it, you'd be like, okay, that it just kind of ends. There's nothing really like, what was Benny Safdie trying to accomplish?
Exactly.
Well, the only thing I can say, like, from my opinion, is that he was trying to give The Rock a vehicle to be a real actor.
Yeah, it's because I was, I also enjoyed the story. I'd never seen the documentary, but then once I started the documentary, I was like, oh, holy shit, he just redid the fucking whole documentary. So then I'm like, who is the movie for?
But the thing is, like, I don't know if a lot of people have seen it.
And maybe that was what I was thinking, is maybe he did this because you can't actually stream this doc anywhere. They are planning to re-release it in January, I heard, but maybe he did this because nobody knows about him. Nobody really knew about this documentary. But I would think you would add a little bit of your interpretation, and a biopic usually involves like, where's his family? Like,
there are some things he changes, but I don't know for sure like when those.
As far as cachet in the UFC, I mean, this guy is not like even the biggest name, right? He's just kind of like,
he's not right now, but I mean, at the time when he was one of the best, he was the scariest man in the world,
right?
He does speak like the way The Rock speaks.
Yeah, you can hear he's got a very light, thin, lilting voice. Is he considered a pioneer of the sport? Would you think? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So then tell me about Pride, because a lot of this happens in Japan, where it was it there were pay-per-views, but did it get banned and then Japan just started Pride?
Just some background. UFC in the late 90s was like nothing. Like it was underground, like very like John McCain said it was called human cockfighting. Like they were trying to get it taken off of everything. It wasn't on pay-per-view
no rules or anything.
But MMA in Japan, it was called Pride, was the main organization.
Okay.
And Pride was started in like the late 90s and was up until maybe like mid to late 2000s was the biggest thing going in terms of MMA. Like they paid the most. They would draw 70,000 people at the Tokyo Dome, and they would do these big New Year's Eve fights. Like if you wanted to be the best, people were going to Pride.
Damn.
And they do these like freak show fights where they'd have competitive like with same weight class, but then they'd have like a 400-pound man versus like a 150-pound man.
Oh my god.
They do all sorts of crazy shit. But like Pride was where it was at.
Is that
when did we still have Pride and there's still cockfights?
There's different. There's still Pride. It's funny it's called Pride, but yeah, there's still cockfights at Pride. Is that still happening, or they don't do that anymore?
No. So Pride fell apart because the main guy that was running Pride, who's in this movie, I forget who he's played by, but Saki Kabara. Pride basically had like a report came out that Pride had ties to the Yakuza.
Oh shit!
Once that happened, they like took them all off TV in Japan, and MMA in Japan has never bounced back since. It's not nearly as popular. Like UFC's tried to go over there and restart it, and it's never been a thing. Right. UFC bought Pride.
That's fascinating. Okay.
Well, I was going to ask you guys because at first I didn't. I still don't really like his performance. But what did you guys think of? We got Dwayne Johnson, you have Emily Blunt, who are established actors and actresses. But then you got like the MMA guys. One of the big performances in this is Ryan Bader as Mark Coleman. Did you guys think he did a good job?
I mean,
I think he was okay.
You could tell he's not an actor. Like he was okay, and part of it lent to some realism. But then the scene where he's talking to fucking Emily Blunt in the hallway, you could just tell the difference in each of their deliveries. Like
I thought Emily Blunt looked amazing.
Yeah, she looked great. Yeah.
Yeah,
she looked great. I don't think her character had a lot to do though.
No.
All she did was fuck up his milkshake and then argue and then try to kill herself. And then they didn't even explain that.
The scene where she is doing the milkshake is where she kind of has, to me, the most depth.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the movie, she's just like, she's really selfish, but almost like what you mentioned earlier, Rug. Like the movie doesn't even take a side on like who's the asshole,
right?
Because they're both assholes.
Yes, because they're both like he's being cold.
Well, they
to
don't
her.
even like really get into it.
Yeah.
Like even the asshole nature of it. They're just bickering all the time, and it's like this stuff is. I could see. Okay, if you're a recovering addict and your woman is like blatantly drinking in front of you and having parties all the time, but they didn't even really get into that either. They just they mention it. They tell you and they don't show you. So like there's no like cause and effect that's happening that you can react to. There's just discussion of it.
It's like they just took a scene from their life and put it in, but you don't understand the context between. Like I didn't even understand that she was an alcoholic.
Right. I didn't get
later
that
on in the movie.
Yeah, I didn't really get that. So there are scenes where she's a little high maintenance, but then that scene where he's in Japan and she shows up and he's just being a dick to her and cold because he's like, I got to get ready for this fight. And I was like, you're both assholes to each other. And then
she shouldn't start a fight with him right before he's going to go out and try and get his ass beaten by someone either.
Yeah, that's in that scene, I was like, I think it's like, no, I don't think. I was like, this scene, like she is being a dick.
Yeah.
She's like, this is the worst time to start a fight with someone is this time when they're doing this. But the scene where I want to touch on Ryan Bader because I didn't get my thought real quick.
Yeah.
While we're on Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
The scene where she's fighting with him.
Yeah.
And then she goes and gets the gun.
Yeah.
I literally was like, oh my God, are we going there?
Yeah.
Like, are we doing a fucking suicide thing right in front? Because I didn't see the documentary.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, this movie's fucking ramping up. But then that doesn't happen.
No.
So it's like, not, in another movie, maybe it's not, based on this guy's life or whatever. Like maybe they have her get fucking blow her brains out. And you're like, oh fuck, this movie just took a fucking turn.
Yeah.
And you never really feel like that she's so codependent on him that him throwing her out was going to ruin her life. You never really felt that. Yeah, you need to build that into the character.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. She almost seems like she doesn't want to be around.
She seemed like ambivalent. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, because the scene where she like goes on the ride, right? When she's on the ride and she's like, she's all like happy. I think the scene is trying to portray that she's fucking like, I feel free from this man for now. I can hang out. Like I can enjoy my life for a second.
See, I don't even know if I got that. It was just he couldn't go out. He had a soft tummy, and she's just.
But she gets on there and she like starts going like she's like happy and she's turning around and stuff, and it's like clearly she doesn't want to be around him in this moment.
But guess what? After the fighting and the suicide and then breaking apart and getting back together, they tell you at the end they get married 11 days after that last fight, and I think they're still married.
No, they're not.
They're not married.
They had bad codependency problems. They were like a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
And for him to call her out when he's clean is kind of, that's the thing to have. It's kind of a dick move too, but.
Well, yeah, he's kind of on his high horse as well.
He does this whole holier than thou when he was right there with her. But the opioid addiction, the parts where he's like sitting there high, I mean, that kind of worked.
They never explain the teeth either.
The teeth?
Yeah, he's got no teeth in the hospital.
Oh.
And then they never explain it.
Took him out.
Maybe he fell on his teeth. I don't know, or that's when he broke his teeth.
So this whole thing with the rules, Anthony, let me ask you about this. I like that part where they're like, here's the stuff that you can't do anymore. No eye gouging, no biting. And then they demonstrate if the person is down, you can't kick them to the back of the head. And then it appears, you can't knee him in the head, that Mark Kerr loses like 2 fights with the same knee to the head move. And that first time he goes and complains and it's called a no contest and he's never lost a fight before. This kind of fucks with him and sends him into a drug-fueled
spiral. He got rattled in the head so bad that he was disoriented. I mean, that's what I saw in the documentary anyway.
By the way, that whole sequence is in the documentary. That whole thing where he fights, where he gets kneed, where he goes to find the guy and he tells him, that's all straight from the documentary.
Right, but like evidently I watched the video and the video was like, he was so disoriented and it took him weeks to recover from that fight.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So they didn't really make a big deal of that. They just show him shooting heroin or whatever he was doing.
He was doing the opioids to like. But to answer your question, Imran, so Pride in the UFC back in the day, Mark Kerr and then Mark Coleman as well. What they would do is they would just get on top of you and get on your guard, and they would fucking headbutt you to death.
Oh Jesus!
And you just like couldn't get out, or they would knee you like that. So like a lot of those rules that they changed were to like also make the sport more like less barbaric. Less barbaric.
Yeah.
But like Mark Coleman and Mark Kerr, it could be interpreted that they were trying to make those rules to like make the playing field a little more level, like not to their advantage.
Oh, interesting.
But on Mark Coleman, well, real quick, so I didn't like Ryan Bader in the role, and the reason why, although I've seen like a lot of people say like, oh yeah, for his first role, it's really good. Like he's really human, which I can see.
Yeah.
I just know who fucking Ryan Bader is.
Yeah.
And I know who Mark Coleman is.
Yeah.
And they did nothing to make Ryan Bader look like Mark Coleman.
No, they didn't even try.
They went to like great lengths to make The Rock look like Mark Kerr. So it just took me out of it immediately because I was like, Mark Coleman would never act the way Ryan Bader's act. Mark Coleman's a very like boisterous, big personality within them.
That makes sense.
So it takes me out of the movie when I see Ryan Bader because I know who Ryan Bader is. I know what kind of fighter he is.
Yeah. He's giant too, and that other fucking dude is giant. The Russian guy.
Oh yeah,
was huge.
Alexander.
Igor, whatever.
He's Igor Vovchanchin. Yeah,
fucking giant man. But look, The Rock crying in the hospital, mostly worked. I thought I heard some chuckles in the audience. Maybe I'm not sure, but his other quiet parts, I thought he did well. So he's acting his ass off, and I mean, I gotta give him credit.
People in my theater and I as well were laughing when he would get into his little rants about his tummy.
Oh, that's okay.
You know about my tummy.
Yeah.
Like, I can't handle that. Like, that's going to hurt my tummy.
This big man, he's like, I can't go on the roller coaster.
Can I stand in the middle?
That part doesn't turn, right? Can I stand there? I did love the way he talked. There
were a few times where he slid back into his rock voice.
Absolutely. Towards the end, I felt like he dropped a lot of it. It was gone.
But I do think he did for what he was asked to do, I think he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, that part where he's negotiating fees when he's like, am I talking too fast? And then where he's getting the Advil.
Oh, I love the fee scene is like a great scene of like this like hulking giant, right?
Yeah.
That is getting fucking shafted in terms of his pay. And he's like, am I speaking too slow? Like, we have to figure this out, man. We have to figure this out.
Even that,
like, he could have just like smashed all of them, but it's like, that's not the guy this guy was.
No, he's respectful. Again, that whole scene, straight from the documentary. Even the lines, even the dialogue. He said all that shit. So I still don't know how I feel about what he did here because it's kind of crazy. Is it cheating? Is it lazy? Is it brilliant? I don't know. I don't know how I feel.
I think ultimately the conversation I've seen and what we're having is, well shot movie if you're in terms of going for that documentary feel. But what was he trying to get across?
It was lacking something.
Yeah.
It wasn't like on paper and the performances and what's going on, they're all fine. It's a fine film. It's a good way to, if you've never experienced the UFC in the late 90s and the early 2000s, what it was like, it does bring you that. It does bring you into wherever he lived, where he lived in Arizona. It brings you into Arizona. It brings you into all that stuff. It does do it. It brings you into that 90s, that John Cicada pumping all the time, like all that music, all the needle drops. It does its job. It just lacked a narrative punch. It was lacking something. It was lacking something. And I don't know. And if you're saying that the documentary gives you this and more, I would rather watch the documentary and get the real scoop.
I mean, I like how they shot it in VHS, those parts, because that looked authentic. But that, again, it's in the documentary. It's exact. So
I did like the scene where Bass Rutten gets hurt training him.
Oh yeah, that was
pulls
crazy.
Out the opioids and it's like, I promise I'm not using.
He's like, I'm not using, but this will make.
He talks him through how it's like going to make him feel.
And then he's like, Whoa, man, this is great.
But you can see in that scene why potentially Mark Kerr's character was addicted to them, right?
Oh yeah.
But the thing that scene works for me, but then the scene where Bass Rutten is like, hey, like, you think it's a good idea to go back to Arizona?
Yeah.
And like, he's like, yeah. But apparently in the doc, like, it's a bigger scene where he's like, no, you need, like, you're going to be distracted with her.
Right.
Like, you need to stay here. Like, you need to stay with me. Like, it's going to be a distract. Like, they don't really get into that, you know? So I agree with Ruggs. Like, there's a lot of parts where the movie could hone in on things, but I don't know. I don't think it seemed like Benny Safdie, who directed and wrote the movie, wasn't really interested in like any of the, like, any depth to anything he was doing other than like, let's just show his life.
So I did get the sense that his trainer Baz didn't like that he was going back, but it was all just like a look. That was it, right? And
right.
That was it. But did Safdie do this to just go to Dwayne and be like, watch this, and I want you to just do this. Here's the documentary. We're going to redo this. So you can listen to him talk. You can see how he moves to make it easier for him to get into character. I don't know. I don't know why you would do this.
The Rock did, like, you know, he went and had a vocal coach, and Benny Safdie said to him that he wanted to film most of the fights, all the fight scenes as much as possible on camera and not cut away. Like, not to use a stunt double and all that type of stuff.
So when all the chips lay down, do you think this was good for The Rock? Or do you think, what do you think? How does this pan out?
This is a good question.
I'll answer.
Yeah.
So to me, it depends on what The Rock's goals are. I feel like The Rock took this movie to be like, hey, I want to be taken seriously. I haven't been taken seriously in Hollywood. I'm a big draw, but I think I've played it safe for the last 10, 15 years. I think he took some challenging roles in the beginning, like Pain and Gain and other things.
Yeah.
But he's just played himself. So I think this movie was a vehicle to get him more credibility within the industry while also making A24 some money. I don't think it's going to make A24 that much money. If anything, it might be a loser. But I do think if the vehicle was to like get him more credibility, I think there's more people coming out of this movie, like, if you see it, that go, okay, The Rock actually can act a little bit.
But based on the box office, do
people want to see that?
Yes. Do the audiences just want to see The Rock be The Rock? Clearly, when he's The Rock, he opens big.
Right.
Which goes back to my question, who was he making this movie for? Because he's got to know Rock's got a fan base, but are they going to dig this, or did he not care and just wanted to give The Rock, Dwayne, a chance to really act?
Well, this reminds me of like when the comedians do something serious or when the big action guys do something serious. So like the movie I'm thinking of, or the actor I'm thinking of is Adam Sandler, like when he did like Punch Drunk Love and stuff.
Or even Uncut Gems with the Safdies, right?
Well, Uncut Gems was way later. I'm talking about when they first dive into that stuff.
Yeah.
Or like Eddie Murphy doing that weird movie, Life, or not Life. I forgot what it was, like Click.
Yeah. Robin Williams did a bunch of dramatic roles.
Yeah, so it's like, do people want to see that?
Adam Sandler did a lot of serious acting films, including Uncut Gems, but he did like a bunch of them. But they were never super successful.
Right.
They were all like these things. He was a basketball coach here and did this and that there. Right. So he's done a lot of that stuff. The question is that what does The Rock want to do? Like, what kind of roles does he want? Like, what is he looking to play?
Well, apparently he's going to continue down this line of like real acting roles, because I think he's linked to the next Martin Scorsese film.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, how much does it fuck with his head that he's not the box office draw? Maybe he thought he was. Also, he doesn't look like him. I mean, with the prosthetics. So I don't know.
I'm thinking of like also like Dwayne John. Sorry, not Dwayne John. Sylvester Stallone, right? When he did like those two movies in the '90s after that run.
He does Copland.
Copland in the movie where he's like with the grandma.
Oh,
no, Stop Or My Mom.
Stop Or My Mom was true. Tried to
those two movies, and it was like, oh no, like we don't want to see this.
Well, Stallone got tricked into making that one. Arnold Schwarzenegger played a dirty trick on him. But Copland, I heard he's really good, and
he's great.
Yeah, and I think he can.
He's good in that, but no one
went to see it.
Yeah, people didn't want that.
Yeah.
It's like it's the balance, right? It's like how do you balance?
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
being you're this mega star that's known for being The Rock, and then now you're pivoting this part of your career. Maybe it takes some time. Maybe it takes 4 or 5 movies.
Sure.
And maybe he never gets to like the big $200 million, $300 million movie, but maybe people start to be like, oh, okay. Like,
well, if he wants to do this,
he's Dwayne Johnson.
He's going to have to start over a little bit, and he probably should have taken a little bit of a pay cut. So this movie didn't cost.
Who does he want to be though? Like, who does he want to be? Like a Samuel L. Jackson, or who is he trying to emulate here? What's his goal?
I think he wants to win an Oscar. I think he wants to be known as. I think he wants to be more than just the Rock.
Like, you do think it's a race between Batista and Cena and The Rock, who wins a fucking Oscar first, or who gets the better accolades?
Batista's, I don't think he's getting there.
I mean, I think Cena and Dwayne are the best right now with what they're doing.
So, yeah, by the way, so The Rock, so he had, just to show you what he's doing next, he's going to be in the Moana live action movie.
That's probably going to be huge for him. It'll make him feel better.
Johnson was also cast in a crime drama.
Oh my God, he's doing so many things.
Directed by Martin Scorsese and with Leo and Emily Blunt.
Get the fuck out.
And also he's going to reteam with Safdie for a film called Lizard Music based on a Daniel Pinkwater teen novel.
Dude, he's got 13.
He's doing all sorts of wild
13 upcoming things. He's doing the Big Trouble in Little China remake here also.
Holy shit.
Doc Savage.
Where have you seen
that if you go to his IMDb upcoming, there's 13 things. Big Trouble in Little China, Breakthrough, Doc Savage, Jungle Cruise 2, Lizard Music, San Andreas 2, The King, Untitled Fast and Furious, Untitled Hawaii Set Crime Drama, Fast X Part 2, Jumanji 3, and Moana. The fuck?
I feel like a lot of those are just thrown on there.
Yeah,
I don't know that he is.
They're not actually starting.
The Hawaii movie you mentioned is the Scorsese film.
Oh, that's the Scorsese one.
Yeah.
I mean,
what do you think of The Rock and Scorsese and Leo and Emily? Well, he's already started with him. And Leo Ruggs. Is that what you want to see?
I'll watch it.
I think that could be all right. Depending on the story and the character.
I think that they'll feed off of each other. You know,
I mean,
hopefully it's not a dick measuring contest, but
we reviewed a Leo movie last week. We got a Rock movie. Now we're going to get them together.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That should be it. Should be interesting.
That would be crazy.
I am curious though, because The Rock has always come off to me as like the biggest people pleaser in the world.
Right.
Like, he's very much in tune with, hey, whatever's popular, that's what I'm doing. So I do wonder, him taking a real acting role and then the movie being just a flop.
I mean, he's risking.
I wonder what that does to.
He's risking his brand, his whole kind of image here. But if you get as far as nominations, Anthony Polanski, someone at work had a really funny line going, "He'll win a Golden Globe, but not an Oscar." And I was like, you know what? That sounds like that's probably gonna happen.
He might get nominated for Best Actor, but
it's gonna be tough competition. I think.
I don't see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's just an okay. It's a good performance, but I don't think it's like this big performance.
Yeah.
And also the Oscars and the Academy is usually like any guy that tries to go for an Oscar, they don't reward them right away. They're like, no, you got to fucking earn it. Like, for example, Adam Sandler and Uncut Gems, they didn't nominate him. You got to have. They want you to string together like a few in a row of these dramatic performances before they're like, all right, we'll give you some.
God, and especially since he's The Rock, I feel like they're going to be like, okay.
The other example of this is Jennifer Lopez has done well in a lot of movies, and she's never gotten close to nominated for Best Actress.
Yeah, I don't know what I would nominate her in anything for Best Actress.
Enough.
I think there's an outside chance he gets a Golden Globe.
Made in Manhattan. That didn't rock.
Get Out. I mean, she's good in, or Get Shorty or whatever that fucking one was with. What's his name?
Yeah, it's an interesting movie. I mean, I did like it.
Yeah,
I just wonder at the end what he was trying to go for as in the Benny Safdie.
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to say about Mark Kerr. I kind of wanted to learn more about him. It did get me interested. So the movie ends with the real Mark Kerr just grocery shopping, and they're like, oh, they got married after that loss, and then he retires in 2009. And is still kind of unknown today.
Well, before that, it ends with Mark Coleman winning it all.
Yeah, because they don't.
And I think that's could be interesting if we dove more into that because Mark Coleman's win, they were teammates. He was kind of like on the backside of his career at that point, where it was like, oh, he's not the thing. It's Mark Kerr. So the movie could have focused on like, well, how did Mark Kerr feel about this? Like, what were his emotions going into a tournament where he could have fought one of his good friends, and how does it feel?
Yeah,
the movie just goes, oh, we're going to show him shopping now.
He's just getting stitches in the shower, and now he's shopping. I thought like that build up. I was like, oh shit, are they going to fight each other? That'd be fucking great. But he gets injured from another knee to the head.
And he loses.
Oh, that's right. He loses that fight, and then Coleman goes up against the other guy.
Yeah,
and then wins. But I didn't know if like this guy dies at the end, or is there some kind of tragic fucking. No, he's just shopping, and he's a lot smaller. And here's some pictures of him.
Did you guys find? I think one thing to ask before we get into like a review is: did you find the fight scenes to be exciting? Did you like the fight scenes?
I thought they were fine.
They were okay. They were
fine.
Yeah.
I don't have. At the beginning of the movie, there was not enough sound effects or anything that would kind of really sell.
It was very real.
Yeah, so it kind of didn't have that cinematic quality, but I did appreciate them. That they were fine.
Some of the moments where he's just smashing the dude in the face made me wince. I was like, oh goddamn, Jesus! But I even loved in the beginning after he beats that guy. He's like, is he okay? Is he gonna be okay? Like he cared that, but he fucked that dude's face up. I enjoyed all the cauliflower ears in the movie. I counted like 12 of them. Everybody had yummy cauliflower ears. So, I thought it was okay. It did its job. It wasn't anything flashy, but it seemed like very cinema verite, like documentary. But it was because he is doing the documentary. Why? Why do it again? That's my question. I highly recommend just search that title of that documentary on Dailymotion. Just watch the first like 30 minutes if you've seen this movie and be like, oh shit, look, it's the same fucking thing. So, without seeing that, I was like, oh, this is an interesting little story here. But then when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, what is the fucking point of any of this? You're just going to redo it. But I liked it. Let's review it, rank it. Sorry, rate it. Anthony.
Rank it,
review it. I don't know, rate it. Give me a number.
I think for me, this movie is a high 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
As in, I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. I thought a lot of the individual scenes were really good and really interesting, especially I thought the most interesting things were like when he's fighting with Dawn.
Yeah.
Like all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know what Safdie, going back to him, what he was trying to crescendo towards. Like there isn't really a through line between everything that he showed us. So that's where I have a little bit of issue of like, okay, what was the point of the movie?
Yeah. Okay. Rock's best performance out of anything you've seen, or just different?
His best dramatic performance, but in Fast Five, baby.
He's pretty good. He's good when he hams it up.
I like him in Baywatch a lot. He's great in that.
Yeah.
He just likes to do movies with the word red in the title for Netflix. That's all he wants to do. Ruggs, give me a number.
6.75.
No.
It's almost on the recommend. I could almost recommend it. I think if you like UFC and you like watching The Rock, I think you'll enjoy yourself. It just won't rise to the heights that you expect, but I think that you'll still feel like it was a good couple of hours spent at the theater. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm about the same. I like your 6.75 because it's like a hard 6, soft 7 kind of for me. But I really was going in paying attention to Dwayne Johnson, and he acted his ass off. I gotta say, he did. I think it's a good story. I wasn't bored, and to see him in this role is very interesting. It's very different. And I think he pulled it off. I just don't know why you reshoot a whole fucking documentary. Give us a little bit more. It needed a little more depth. I would have learn a little bit more about all these characters. But I think if you're a UFC fan, you're a Rock fan, I think you will enjoy this. It's different. So. All right. Let's do some news from the nation.
It's time for news from the nation.
It's time for news from the nation.
stinks. It stinks.
Impressive.
It stinks.
What was that? Wow.
Wow. I mean, that's
a hell of a fart.
I feel like all of the farts I've done the past 10 years.
I had a little like put at the end.
There was, you could feel it.
Yeah.
Supercut all the farts and put them together. One episode is just Rug
I'm
Boy.
glad I can still do it. I'm still get reactions.
There's got to be what? At least 4 hours of farting.
Oh, there's easily. We could have a whole fart soundboard, and each fart will be different. They'll be like,
if you strung every fart he's put together,
that's easily.
How much time you think that would take?
It's like 24 hours of farting. I don't know. I got one.
It's like a guitar solo.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Time.
Each one,
like the Van Halen of Butthole.
Yes, each one is unique at the time. You'll never hear it twice. Never repeat it. It's like snowflakes. I got one comment about the movie from listener Scott Swangorum from Mostly Superheroes podcast. He says, The Rock was great. The story was not so great. While I was watching the movie, I just kept thinking to myself, out of all the UFC/Pride guys, this was the most interesting story they could find. What's Tank Abbott's story? Dan Severn. Anybody. Care's life seemed only mildly dramatic, and he seemed like a genuinely nice guy. And I mean, I don't disagree. Like, he was just like a good guy.
I think that they selected him because he was this gentle giant.
Yeah.
And instead of where most of these guys are super like masculine and macho and arrogant and just assholey, he was kind of like he's a different kind of dude.
He's a big teddy bear.
And I think that that's what he wanted to highlight. They didn't want to promote this toxic masculinity. They wanted to show this like kind of nuanced masculinity that was going on here.
I mean, it was nuanced. It was layered. I did like how he respected the fighters, and the lady's like, "Do you hate each other?" And he goes, "Absolutely not." Even that scene in the doctor's office, that's from the documentary. Exactly. Straight. There's the whole lady there. Same lines. It's just the weirdest thing. I'm not sure what to think. Okay, fellas, what are we watching? Anthony, you watching anything?
I caught the Gen V. What is it? Episode 5.
Episode 5. Rugs, you caught up on the Gen V yet?
I don't know. What? Give me don't spoil anything. Tell me what happens. I remember the last episode. They find out that the guy's powers. Is that it?
No. Vi's power. Oh,
Cypher.
The episode before this, we found out Cypher has mind control power.
And then they did the ultimate fighting thing there.
That was the last.
So this is that was the episode that just happened.
No,
that was 2 ago.
No, this one they got thrown into. Well,
spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it because I don't know if he's seen it, but
I haven't seen it. I don't think
this whole episode revolves around Elmira, which is the jail.
Okay,
so you haven't seen it?
No.
Okay, well, I thought it was all right.
It was okay. This storyline is kind of all over the place. This season.
That would be my main issue with the show. Is it like it zooms past things that you could have spent like an entire episode on. I
think them trying to handle the death of Andre derailed some shit. Because it's a little spoiler for Rugs, but after this last episode, I was like, okay,
go ahead.
They're in Elmira, then they get out of school, then she gets caught, and then they get thrown back into Elmira, then they fucking break out again, and I was like, why? What is the point of all this?
So this is a flashback?
No,
no,
they get thrown back in, and then they break out again, all in the same episode.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? They were already in there, and they came out, and then I don't know what's going on.
Sounds like they're padding it out
a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like to me they wanted to do stuff in Elmira, but then they wrote because of the guy's death. They wrote them out of Elmira, but then they wanted to get back.
And they're like,
Elmira.
"How do we get them back in there?" And it's a little forced, and it's a little same like you're fucking spinning your wheels a little here.
I agree.
So
there are some reveals and stuff.
Yeah.
And
3 more episodes.
You get to see. Oh, and Sister Sage is in this episode.
Oh, yeah, from the last season of The Boys. That was interesting. She's working with the principal, the smartest woman in the world.
And, hey, Rugs, you will see, if you watch this episode, a burnt man's dick.
Oh, that was very disturbing.
We call those a ripper.
Yeah, the ripper. Oh, my God. His father, the makeup is very disturbing, and he's bathing him. Ugh. I was like, whoa, what is going on? And then he fucks Sister Sage, and Dad's just watching. I was like, whoa, okay. So, still some fun stuff. Some spinning the wheels. 3 episodes left. We'll see how it goes. Rugs, you watch anything else?
No, I have not. I don't think.
I got one thing is I finally watched.
Wait, I did watch something. Okay.
What was it?
It was called Diablo.
What is that?
The game? The computer game?
Yeah.
No, it's
that's what I thought.
It's a martial arts film starring that guy that what's his name? I can't remember his name now.
Scott Eastwood.
No,
Scott Adkins.
Scott Adkins. That's right.
Adkins
of the Atkins diet fame. Scott Adkins is a guy. He goes to Colombia to free his daughter from the clutches of the guy who framed him and threw him in jail. So he gets released from jail. He goes to Colombia and tries to steal his daughter back from the cartel. And he does lots of karate.
There is another movie called Diablo from 2015 with Scott Eastwood, Walton Goggins, Danny Glover.
That's not the movie I watched.
And I was like, okay. I was confused. So there's two movies.
Scott Adkins, yes.
There's two movies called Diablo.
I was like, another Scott Adkins film. I gotta watch it.
I mean,
it was bad. It was
have Scott Adkins and Frank Grillo ever done anything together? They should.
Yes, they have.
Right? They must.
I think they did that ninjutsu movie together. I think they were both in that. That was a horrible
Scott
movie.
Adkins he's doing his what is the undercover accidental hitman.
Oh, let me tell you about this movie real quick.
Okay.
Let me tell you about this movie real quick. So Scott Adkins, he wants to kidnap his daughter from the cartel. So then somebody in the cartel calls this guy up who's like the Diablo. And the Diablo is a guy who has his hand has been cut off. And so he has like a fake metal hand that he uses to smash things. And then he can take the hand off and it's got a knife in there.
Okay.
And that's kind of.
Oh, he's like a cyborg.
So, yeah, he is like the Terminator and he's got to kill the Diablo. So that's why they call it Diablo. Anyway, so that's what that movie's about.
I watched Tron Legacy finally to prepare for next week.
Oh, you never saw it?
No, I never saw it.
Did you get a good night's sleep after you watched that?
I will fully disclose that I was kind of falling asleep by the end of the movie, even though it wasn't late.
It is like a sleep aid.
Here's the thing.
Before you get into it, I just want to comment real quick because you both have mentioned sleep.
Yeah.
I've only seen that movie once.
Yeah.
I saw it in the theater back when you had to watch it. If you wanted to see it first, you had to see it at midnight.
Oh God.
And I definitely fell asleep for a good 15 minutes in the middle of the movie.
I don't know what it is. If it's like all those blue tones, the blue lights.
It's the story too. Kind of falls apart at the end.
Yeah, the story doesn't go anywhere.
The story is very messy.
Blue is very pleasant. It's like a very relaxing.
Right,
blue.
it is calming, and it puts it. I'm glad they're using red. This fucking
and like the synth wave calms you as well.
The music's great. Right, look, this is Joe Kosinski in the beginning. Like I thought visually, it was very cool. Seeing Jeff Bridges as an old man, Jeff Flynn in there is great. Seeing his CG body double was not great. That shit was fucking weird.
Yeah, that was doesn't age well.
And the beginning of it is fun, but the movie's story is such a mess and it's convoluted and there's so much unnecessary shit. My biggest complaint, this movie could have been way better if you had just recast the fucking Sam Flynn guy. Because all respect to Garrett Hedlund, whoever he is. If they just put someone in there who had a little bit of personality.
Well, they were trying to make Garrett Hedlund a thing.
No, he's not good. He's just so bland, like soap opera, like Disney Channel. I don't know what it was. I was like, you need anybody else but this guy as Sam Flynn. The movie is infinitely better.
So Tron, I haven't seen that movie since it came out.
Okay.
And we will be talking about Tron Ares next week along with Peacemaker. It's a plug for next week.
Yep.
But I feel like Tron, similar to Avatar, but obviously not as successful, right?
Yeah.
Like, other than like all everyone remembers about Tron is like the first movie was like, oh, no one's ever seen anything look like this.
Yep.
And then the second movie was like, wow, that soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah.
But no one ever talks about liking the plot for Tron.
Yeah. That's a good
it's
point.
A franchise where it's just like they release a movie every
20 years. Yeah.
And it has great art music or looks great.
Yeah.
But what the fuck was that about? We have no idea.
Well, like the first movie was so weird.
Yeah.
And so they were like kind of shackled to that weirdness when they made this movie. And that's what dragged it down, I believe. Like the fact that the movie is called Tron, they have to try and sandwich Tron in there, but the movie's not really about Tron anymore.
No, he's in the movie briefly, but in flashbacks.
But it doesn't even matter.
Right.
And he's going to matter even less in Ares because he really doesn't matter at that point.
No, it should be done. And I guess, so spoilers for the end of Legacy, Sam gets out, Quora gets out, but Flynn, he sacrifices himself and stays in, right? Does he die? He kills Q or Clue.
I have no idea.
I can't. I don't.
He absorbs Clue.
He absorbs Clue. They're on that train thing heading to the portal,
right?
And then there's an. I don't know.
Well, the whole thing is that the virtual people or the synthetic people,
they were
digital people that exist in Tron want to get out.
They were algorithms, right? Yeah, they were just like
they want to get out into the real world.
So the idea that this program, this grid he created, is now creating sentient code people, I guess, is interesting.
Well, the thing is that the Matrix did it better.
Yes,
I think the Matrix was inspired by Tron.
Yeah,
and got people out and made that happen. And the idea of these digital people now being able to exist in the real world, that's something they're going to do in Ares now. They're going to bring that out in Ares. So,
that whole light cycle scene I thought was dope. The fight choreography, not that great. Could have used a little bit more work. But seeing the jets and the light jets, so I'm looking forward to.
I thought stylistically it was interesting.
Yeah.
I thought the music was good.
Yeah.
I thought like just the whole aesthetic was great, and the overall idea of a guy being digitized, put into a computer, and he was able to have a life in there of some sort, and they had their own set of rules and their own. That's all interesting to me. It's a good world building, but it just wasn't. It didn't culminate into an entertaining story.
No, it like falls apart towards the end. You just kind of don't care.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Tron Ares, I saw a clip of it at Comic-Con. It looked, as far as visually, it looked amazing.
Yeah.
I am a little concerned though with fucking
Jared
Leto in the lead.
Jared's in there, hopefully, and the fact that in the trailer we see Flynn still in the grid. I don't know if that's a flashback. He was alive, so that's interesting. I bought tickets already. I'm going to see this in 3D. I was like, fuck it. Because the visuals look amazing. And I feel like this movie will be fun in 3D. And I was like, fuck it. Why not? It'll get me warmed up for Avatar later.
He's like, I need to smoke more weed.
Yeah. I want an experience. So hopefully the story holds up. But this one, Legacy, was interesting. I really wish someone else played Sam Flynn so much watching this movie. I was like, why? Why this guy? He has no personality.
It wasn't Smasher.
No, the first one though, when I was a kid, dude, when you watch that, it's like the effects are so low quality that it's almost scary. It's like really creepy and eerie.
It really is really eerie.
Right? The atmosphere, the vibe, it's like hollow. You don't know where they are. And it kind of scared me when I was a kid. But now everything is so like polished and clean. It kind of takes away some of that, but I'm excited to see these fuckers come into the real world and fuck things up. So that'll be next week. Tron Ares, Peacemaker Season 2 finale. We'll have lots of fun things to talk about. Ruggs, where can the people find you? We're done.
Rug Boy Show on X.
Give him a follow. Anthony, where can the people find you this week?
What am I doing this week? I'm going to watch Tron, and I'm going to watch also Roofman.
Oh, at the Alamo? They got Tron at the Alamo?
They got Tron at the Alamo.
Roofman's definitely.
The OG Tron you're going to watch? Or the
new one, Ares, not the OG. I've never seen the OG, and I have no desire to watch the OG.
You will not make it.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's necessary to watch Tron Ares to watch the first one.
No,
honestly.
I don't think I need to.
Yeah. It'll be a good time. In the meantime, listener, check out our website, jockandnerd.com, for all the ways to get in touch, to support, to subscribe, to listen and follow. Share this show with a friend. That's the best thing you could do right here. Thank you for listening to the Jock and Nerd podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the nerd.
We'll peep you next time.
first thing I offered you a chance to be a cop, and you blew it.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Sometimes it may be pissed.
Jock and Nerd